Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. It is the one and only V, the Guerrilla Economist, coming to you live with my main man, Chris Bohlin, over at the Protocol Fitness. Folks, you can check him out, protocol-fitness.com. Go there. And some of y'all might say, hey, V, why are we discussing working out? Why are we discussing health? Well, we can't even go to our gyms. Folks, let me explain something to you, okay? As somebody who has a bit of a clinical background, because, my undergrad being clinical nutrition, I will tell you right now that most people, when they are locked inside, when they're confined, they're not getting the fresh air, they're not getting the sunlight, their health erodes. And there's many people that are not only locked inside, but are fearful. And guess what fear does? It lowers your immunity and your immune response. It's building cortisol, all these stressors. You need to move. And this is why Chris is here, folks. Listen to me now. You need to tune in. And some of you are sitting there like, well, what the hell can I do? Should I go into the garage and lift my toolbox, or go into the laundry room and lift up bottles of chlorine bleach? What do I do? This is a chance for you to connect with Chris on a personal level. This is a chance for you to click the link, reach out to him, have him talk to you on things you could do at home, because it's not all about lifting weights. It's about movement, and the correct kind of movement that works synergistically to balance your body, to get that stress out of your system, lower your cortisol levels, improve your immunity, get your head on straight, improve your neurocognitivity, because some of you are working from home. Some of you are working from home. You're like, man, I'm stuck here, and boss told me to go work from home. What do I do? Folks, this is the time. Right before we went live, I said, Chris, I'm like, Chris, what's going on? He's like telling me the world's going crazy. You got a lot of concerns here. And we both smiled at each other and we said, you know what? It's a perfect time for Protocol Fitness. This is the test, folks. A true workout system is something that works whether you're in the gym, in your home, in a closet. Matter. It is the adaptability, it is the utility and the practicality of the protocol. And that's why I preach it. Chris, without further ado, go ahead, brother. Chris, you there? Did I lose you? Oh, there we go.
V, we back?
Yeah, I'm okay. Perfect, man. Yeah, go for it, Chris.
Well, V, listen. These are
Chris,
crazy
you might have
times.
to take down. You might have to take down the video.
I lost the audio on your end. Clock ticking away, so I'm going to try to pick up where you left off. And listen, everybody. V, you're back?
Yes, I'm back. Hey, Chris, you might have to take off the video because I think it's cutting into the bandwidth because everybody in the whole world's on the internet now.
Oh, right. Okay, so take off the video. Stop the
shut
camera.
Your camera off. Yep, just stop the camera. There you go. That's better. Okay. Now go for it, Chris.
All right. Well, now I can't look at my pretty face. So, V, thank you again. This is a crazy time. And we're all set. You can hear me, right?
Perfect, man. Loud and clear. No interruptions.
And, you mentioned a bunch of things, of course, one of which is cortisol. Okay. I was jumping in the shower and I got a phone call from my dermatologist. And she left a message saying that we got back some biopsies and we needed you to call us and talk about it. So instantly, my cortisol level did what? It shot up because I was in a fight or flight area of my mindset and my body. And so I instantly took a deep breath and, calmed myself down. And I said, you know what? No matter what results or what conversation that I have, one, I'm going to relax and breathe and take it one step and one moment at a time. And I'm going to stay positive. And I'm not going to let anything rule or dominate me, regardless of how severe the consequences are. Now, having said that, it's a lot easier to talk tough when the news is not grave. Okay, granted. But what choice am I really left with, even if it was a grave result? Okay, at least on their end. Now, I knew it wasn't going to be something catastrophic, but still it got my heart pumping just a little. And she said that this area of your scalp and this part of your body, we need you to come in. One's worse than the other, and we need to continue to treat it. No problem. Okay. We're so fortunate that, this doesn't happen when I'm lying in this. Well, I'll never lie in the sun when I'm 80 in Florida anyway, but that could be the situation that shortens my life. So anyway, so the cortisol level, okay, the fight and the flight that you speak of, the immune system, okay, the number one defense against pretty much everything in life is a strong immune system. And it's interesting because we need to start drawing an indirect correlation. Now, when I say an indirect correlation, I really mean a direct correlation, okay? But prevention, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Your immune system is directly connected to your physical integrity, or let's put it, physical health. Your physical health is something that is misunderstood. We tend to look at mental health and we try treating mental health in many different ways. And mental health is something that's very difficult to treat, but we are gaining ground on it. At least we're gaining more awareness. And the world as a whole, the culture as a whole, the mindset as a whole, the environment as a whole is very toxic. Okay? So it's very important to prevent. Like, listen, you could have a genetic predisposition, but again, that genetic predisposition is not your fate and destiny when we start to take back control of things that are controllable. And that is your physical health in varying degrees and on a relative basis, meaning that whatever your situation is, you can make it better physically. What happens is, let's say, for instance, whether your immune system is weak or whether it's strong, whether you're young or whether you're old, what happens is over a period of a lifetime, there is a diminishing returns to your health. There is a diminishing returns to your immune system. And when we exercise to the point where it's overdone and it lacks the right balance of treating the personal nuances, which is what the protocol is going to address. The protocol is portable. You can do it in the comfort of your home. As I'm sitting here and speaking with you, I'm doing protocol right now. Protocol is something that I carry with me 24/7. It's just a matter of how much attention that I can give to it. In China, for thousands of years, they've done something called Tai Chi. In India, or in Asia, I should say, in Asia, for thousands of years, they did something called Tai Chi. In India, they did something for thousands of years called yoga. Now, let's not get into the whole yoga debate because it's been bastardized, it's been commercialized, it's been westernized, it's been modernized, and now they even have beer yoga. Okay, who knows what beer yoga is? Okay.
Is that when you drink Corona beers and then do yoga?
They have so many different types of yoga nowadays. In any event, yoga means unity. It means union. Namaste means the light in me honors the light in you. But how do we truly respect? How do we truly accommodate? How do we truly honor? How do we truly appreciate our body and maintain a strong immune system? It's physical, it's mechanical, it's structural. When people exercise, they exercise to the point where they get all of these hormones and all of these other chemical factors to skyrocket. Okay, I'm gonna divert for just a second here. You know, we live in a world of bubbles. Yoga is a bubble. Entrepreneurship is a bubble. Cryptocurrency is a bubble. The non-meats, the non-meat, the meats, the vegan food is a bubble to a certain degree. The CBDs is a bubble. The internet was a bubble. Okay, so what I'm saying is, don't get caught into the bubble. No pain, no gain is a bubble. You're going to be left without a seat. Okay, pushing your limits has advanced civilization only so far. We must do something that leaves us better off than when we started, so that you excite the adrenaline, you excite the endorphins, and you're able to build upon them over a period of a lifetime, so that you actually get better, healthier, stronger, more flexible, more balanced, more integrity on every level across the board, by just simply listening to your body and understanding that the future technology of exercise, which is a future science of exercise, and it's a future art form of exercise, is instinctive, which means that you're taught how to get in touch with your own body, so that your body can provide you a very practical wisdom in the moment, which is always changing, so that you can better and enhance your alignment, so that you can treat personal nuances. What you have to understand, V, is that everybody is the same, and we need to understand how we are all the same. And everybody is different, and we need to understand how we are all different. So this is a time to get a little sunlight through the windows. It's a time to use your living rooms, and it's a time to master the unknown that lies within inside of you, not outside of you, in the framework of sets and reps and how far you can push it. Because in the end, you're going to be left with a weaker immune system, and this is something that your body has a blueprint to strengthen your circulation, to strengthen your blood flow, to strengthen the oxygen consumption and absorption, to strengthen the innervation of electrical impulses and neurons and everything that goes with it, by you organically, by you instinctively, by you naturally listening to your body, getting in touch with your body, and allowing your body to show you how to move and how to correct and how to treat these personal nuances. Nobody may listen to me now, but I promise this message will be given over and over, more succinctly, more concisely, and it will be heard eventually, because this is the solution, and the protocol is the framework and the guiding principles that show you how to do it. It's very simple, actually.
Excellent points, my friend. Very excellent points. Chris, what are some of the things people could do right now? Just a little tidbit, just a little sample of what people could do right now that you could advise them, just to make themselves feel a little bit better while they're under lockdown and or quarantine or wherever. And then we could talk about how people can get a hold of you, and how you could help them remotely while they're in lockdown and we're all in lockdown, all throughout the country, all throughout the world. And Chris helps everybody, from people who are, you know, to the very old and the weak, to professional athletes. Chris handles them all. So don't be shy. Reach out to him. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, obviously, we're all on lockdown, so it's very important to become a little bit more tech savvy. I know it's forced my hand in that regard, and I'm doing obviously a lot of FaceTime sessions. I actually did a FaceTime session with one of my clients, and her boyfriend also joined the FaceTime sessions. She was in Southampton, he was in New Jersey, I was in Manhattan, and the three of us did a three-way FaceTime session, and it was awesome. We had a great time. So basically, that's the greatest way to access my teachings of the protocol and this workout, so that you can start to get your body moving and get a sense of well-being that can literally change your whole aura, your whole disposition, your whole mindset, and just open you up to better flow of energy, so that you're not stagnant and dormant and letting the fear overcome you. So basically what we do, V, is we ask people how they're feeling. And it takes a little bit of, searching within yourself to say, okay, I feel tired. I feel like shit. I feel anxious. You know what? My back is a little tight. My shoulder feels a little tight. My neck, whatever the case may be, that's where we begin. So we say, how do you feel? And we're introducing, basically what we're doing is we're introducing you to your body. Okay? We are literally at the whim of the modern environment, the modern lifestyle, the modern setting, the modern training. Okay? And we need to take back control so that we don't have to succumb to the same fate as literally everybody. The last time I checked, Jack LaLanne, who would teach Jack LaLanne how to work out? Who would teach Arnold Schwarzenegger how to work out? Nobody. But yet they're suffering the same fate because we don't measure success by a lifetime of results. We have to start raising the standard. So I'm introducing you to a wisdom. Just get in touch with your body. Everything that you do is based on how you feel. So just do what comes natural. And you say, for instance, your back is tight. If your back is tight, and this applies to any other part of your body, if it feels weak, if it feels tight, if it feels stiff, whatever the case may be, you must move in a way that makes it feel less weak, that makes it feel less tight, that makes it feel less stiff. That's the first step. It's addition by subtraction. It's a paradox. It's counterintuitive. But just have your own experience. That's why we're picking up where yoga and Tai Chi left off. Those are ancient practices that cannot address the problems of the modern world. Protocol is here as a solution, as a common solution to a common problem. So you must listen to your body. You must get in touch with how you feel and move in a way that feels comfortable. Move in a way that feels natural. Do what your body is telling you to do, and it will start to unfold, and it will go through many stages. You're going to learn how to stretch a brand new way. You're going to learn how to position yourself in a brand new way. You're going to learn how to move in a brand new way. And it might start to look like a workout. It might look like meditation. It all depends on what your body needs, not what you think you need. So I stopped there because I want people just to realize what we're up against. Our best thinking will always get us in trouble unless we're aligning our thinking with the powers that be. Let me ask you a question. How do you think your life would fare if you were dishonest? V? Okay, I think I lost you. But, what we're pointing at here are truths, absolute truths, universal truths. We want you to draw your own conclusions. We want you to start thinking for yourself. A dishonest life. Now, I'm no expert on honesty. I'm not an expert on self-awareness. I'm not an expert on to thine self be true. But I am claiming to see a very practical misfiring that lies within our physical body that is a result of subsisting in the modern world. And when we listen to our body, life is not a straight line. This will allow us to connect the dots so that our body can continue to move in the most natural way, the most personal way, and that will lead to better efficiency, better mechanics, better integrity. And essentially, what we're achieving here is a physical sense of well-being that is situated equally throughout. And we're so out of touch with this. It's a lost science. It's a lost art. It's a lost technology. So the more that we can twist and move and relax and breathe and listen to our body, then the body is going to be the driving force for our willpower. Because otherwise we just have one way, and that is to force our way through. And that will weaken us over time. We have to be craftier. We have to be smarter. We have to earn the ability to raise our limitations, expand our limitations, and raise the ceiling. Otherwise, we plateau. And once we plateau and once we peak, we start to try to master motor skills that do not treat the personal nuances, and we all suffer the same fate. Heart disease. Why is heart disease the number one cause of death in this country? Because over time, your heart can no longer carry the load of your body. Your body must carry itself, and the body must carry the heart, not the other way around. So the more organically and instinctively that you can get in touch with your body and literally be creative on the go, you will change and change for the better and better. And it's it's gradual, but it's powerful because it's permanent. And you need to add to it and add to it as a daily practice. So, V, are you with me?
Yep, I'm here, man. What you said is all great points, Chris, and I love what you said because you mentioned heart disease. Folks, you realize we're the most stressed out population on planet Earth, and we eat the most debilitating diet possible, the standard American diet. Appropriately acronized as SAD, sad. Okay, it's pretty sad.
Right.
And cortisol leads to inflammation, and the sedentary lifestyle adds to more cortisol, more inflammation until one day you wake up and you have a heart disease or any other type of serious health issue and or problem. And this is where the protocol comes in. People, I'm telling you, look, you don't understand. Before you go on bodybuilding.com trying to download 10 different ways you could hurt yourself in the gym or at home, get a hold of Chris. I'll have the link in the description box and let him show you. You're going to find out why this man is the guru. You're going to understand why I call him the holistic gangster. You're going to find out. Because this is somebody who has, by the grace of God, by the power of the universe, has been able to rediscover something so ancient and so innate that will radically transform your life and transfix you on a path of health and longevity and balance, which at the end of the day, folks, is the most important thing, and it's what we all strive for. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, V, let me ask you a question. So wouldn't you like, what's the key And we have to start shedding some light and looking at this. What's the key to development? Wouldn't you like to develop the body equally? That's the key. I'm saying it with a bit of a tone of my voice because I want to spark some interest, and I have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder because where I came from, I was born with a genetic predisposition. Okay,
Yeah.
I was born with an anterior pelvic tilt. I was born with some scoliosis. I was born with my pelvic floor was basically disconnected. My loins were heated. I was born with a lot of, I had bowed legs. I was very constricted. My center, I was basically born with a severed center. So when somebody throws around industry jargon way too loosely, which is what we do, and they think they have all the answers, what I'm saying is that the body has all the answers.
Right.
And it unfolds and it evolves and it keeps teaching us more and more. I don't have all the answers. The body does. But because my problem was so sensitive and so unique, the mother of invention is necessity. I required something very pure that pertains to everybody equally. And so other people are using things that have limited merit, if at all. And they're just think that, their perception is their reality. And then they get all hopped up on their self-proclaimed guru sauce.
Right.
I am here to shed light and point to the truth. I'm not here to tell you my favorite exercise. I'm here to tell you that you have it all inside of you. You just need to be guided onto it. So I was practically crippled in my early 20s. I'm 46 years old. I was in the woods yesterday lifting 100-pound rocks for fun. Wow. During this pandemic, okay, with no strain to my back whatsoever. I went to the chiropractor every day of the week. My body rejected traditional training. My body rejected sport. My body rejected standing on the sidewalk. My body rejected everything. That's why I had to find, my body rejected yoga. My body rejected Pilates. Everything made me worse. I learned the archetype of nature. It's gradual. We are addicted to instant gratification. I trained a guy who's got 5 black belts in jiu-jitsu. The guy has never been stronger. He's manhandling people he used to struggle with. Right. I had a 77-year-old gentleman who was ready for surgery. He's hurt. The doctor said that nobody would touch him. His herniated discs were so impressively bulging they were ready to fuse his spine with brackets of 5 vertebrae. Because he's been working with me diligently over the last 4 months, he's getting better and better and pushing off surgery, and it might be one of my greatest case studies ever. And so this is a real thing. Okay, it's really simple. It's really practical. It's really sensical. It's really logical. And there are, I'm telling you, V, 10 years ago, I sounded crazy, and I probably did. Well, it's 10 years later. I sound less crazy, and there are many loosely interpreted protocols out there. People are catching on, but they're still missing the guiding principles that can extensively bring them to a place that they can go, that I am at, and I keep going to and furthering every day. They're not going to find it on their own. They're just, there's a fine line between getting this to multiply. I'm talking about, unless you're walking around 140 years of age and you are thriving, you're not successful to me. Okay? I'm reaching for the stars. I'll land on the moon. But, and if I succumb to something that's out of my control, so be it. But I'm passionate about this because it exists. We can inside, we discover the deep sea, we discover the deep space where the mind, the deep mind is untapped. I'm telling you, the deep body has got the greatest philosophy that ever existed.
I love that. The deep body, the deep mind. I love it.
So you can find me. Please, we can start off really easy. Call me. I don't care. On FaceTime, I do care. I want this movement of higher consciousness via the body. Okay, it's a body consciousness that has to start leading the way. Listen, we need modern medicine. We need people to join this, but the body, we need to start preventing. We need to start preventing, and we need to start preventing now, so that in 30 years, you're okay. I'm looking out for you in 30 years. Nobody's thinking about wiping their ass when they're 100. They're just thinking about 100 reps.
Exactly.
And so you can find me at 646-204-7979. My email is protocol, PROTOCOL, period, CB, like Chris Bohlin, at gmail.com. And my Instagram is Protocol Fitness, really simple. And my website is protocol-fitness.com. Now, listen, you want to go look me up and read about, listen, my platform is not as solid as I'd like it to be. Do you know, I went to an event on Monday night, V, and I was hanging out with Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL.
Yeah.
And I told him, I gave him a quick pitch. I said, you know what the problem is in sports? It's a double-edged sword. The reason why athletes are bigger and faster and stronger is because of the training. I said, you know why athletes are paper tigers, disproportionate and susceptible to injury at an alarming rate?
Yeah.
Because of the training.
Right.
And so $500 million was spent in 2019 on the NFL injuries alone. We need this future technology. The pendulum is swinging. It must hit the protocol, or it's going to hit something that is loosely interpreted, but it's a lesser version, and we're going to spin our wheels, and you're going to get 40,000 deaths from the flu, 80,000 deaths from the flu. You're going to get 10 injuries one year, 30 the next year. We need to make a serious impact across the board by taking care of our physical health now and sooner than later. And that's what I have to offer, a daily practice that does that.
Very good. And folks, you can reach Chris over at the protocol-fitness.com, protocol-fitness.com. If you're on Instagram, look him up, Protocol Fitness, simply Protocol Fitness on Instagram. And of course, email Chris over at the.protocol.cb@gmail.com, or call him directly. He would love to speak with you. 646-204-7979. And we are proud to sponsor Chris and to promote his work. And folks, we're not doing this for anything. There's no monetary kickbacks or whatnot. We believe in this because it affects people in a holistic and a deep way. Deep mind and deep body. Protocolfitness.com, folks. Go check it out. Chris, thank you so much for being on. We got to have you back on again, buddy.
Thank you, V. Much love and God bless.
Thank you. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy.